Hi everybody. I just thought I'd do a video blog today. I'm sorry about the state that I look in. Um, just not feeling it at all. I've had a bad few um, days, stroke weeks with one thing and another, with my depression and the pain. My doctor last week increased my morphine, doubled it. I also found out that I can't have these injections into my back anymore because for some reason the powers that be of the NHS have withdrawn the funding. Um, but last week I had a real downer, and my youngest daughter Louise suggested finding an alternative counselling session because I'm on the waiting list for CBT. But I got told it probably won't be this year. So she found somewhere for me, and I started this counselling last Friday, actually doing it online via video link, which is a great help because obviously I can't get out. Lovely lady, Jane, she's called. She knows what she's talking about. So I just wanted to talk about how depression makes you feel. That some people feel guilt or shame for being depressed because they can't explain to the family or the friends exactly how they're feeling. And some family members and friends can't really understand depression. So, straight off, don't feel guilty or don't feel ashamed that you've got depression. If you can, speak to your family or your friends about it, try and explain to them how you're feeling, why you're feeling it, if you can do. If you're like me and you can't explain it, you can't put it into words, but you can't put it into words to make them understand, just try your best. People need to understand depression and how it affects your day to day life, but nobody seems to know where it stems from. I personally think my depression started from um, way back when I had Stacey. I'm not blaming Stacey because it was after I had her that I had my first bout of postnatal depression. And obviously, 29 years ago, when you went to your doctors and you said you were feeling low, they just said, well, you've just got the baby blues, go away and get on with it. And I think that that's when and how my depression started. And as time went by, it grew and grew and got worse and worse. So, one of the things that me and Jane spoke about was using your support systems and your support network. So, obviously, when I lived in Farnworth, I had all my family around me. Stacey lived around the corner, Louise weren't too far away, my mum was only around the corner. But now, obviously, living in Wallasey, they're not that close to me. But we do FaceTime. Me and Louise FaceTime at least once a day, and I get to see Isla and have a chat with her, even though she's only 18 months old. It brightens my day seeing her. And then I speak to my mum on the phone and Stacey. Um, One other thing that we spoke about in my session today with Jane was when you tell somebody that you've got depression and you get the pull yourself together bit, push yourself and things like that. I actually said to her that I've had many a conversation with my mum about when I go to bed at night, I make a promise to myself that the day after I'm going to push myself, see what I can actually manage, be it hoovering or just polishing or even tidying the kitchen up. And she said to me, well, why do you do that? And I said, because you need to have something to look forward to, even if it is just doing your housework. As a woman and a wife, all you ladies out there will know that you feel it's your that you're duty bound to make sure that your house is kept clean and tidy. But then when I do push myself to do these things, I put myself back 3 or 4 days. So it's basically in between the devil and the deep blue sea. Do you leave it, or do you do it and then make yourself worse? So Jane said to me, well, why promise yourself to do it? Why don't you just leave the hoovering? Well, I don't like just leaving it because then it means Barry has to do it. And like I've said before in my blogs, he works full time. He does all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the shopping. I can't even remember the last time I went food shopping with him. The only time I get out of the house is at weekend. So, in a way, what I'm trying to say is, even if you're a man and you've got depression and you're living on your own, don't feel guilty for not picking up a pair of shoes and putting them away, or going round with your duster, or doing your hoovering. My favourite saying has always been, you're a long time dead. So a bit of dust here and there doesn't matter, but I know how much it can get on your nerves. I have a cousin that suffers so much with pain and with other ailments that she puts me to shame. She really does, and she'll know who she is when she sees this. But you never hear her complaining. Never ever does she complain. She gets on with it. Now, I wish I had her strength to be able to do that, but I'm soft. I don't do pain. I don't wallow in my own pity. Well, maybe sometimes I do, but I can't push myself because I know that if I do, then I'm going to be suffering for X number of days. I've got a school reunion coming up this weekend where we've not seen each other for 4 years now. And I was looking forward to going. But then I've sat here and I've thought, well, I'm not going to be able to walk around. I'm going to have to be sat down all the time. Am I going to feel that, sorry about my dog, am I going to feel that I'm holding everybody back from having a good time? And again, in between the devil and the deep blue sea, do I go or do I not? If I go, then I'm basically going to have to be babysat, that I can get from A to B and then back to the travel lodge. Or do I just stay at home and let everybody have a good time? And I shouldn't really, at 48, be thinking things like that. So it doesn't just impact on your personal life, but it impacts on your social life and every aspect of your life, really. Um, like I said to me counsellor this morning, my blog seems to be same shit, different day. It seems to be so repetitive. Well, it is repetitive because that's what my days are, repetitive. Get up, sit down, that's it, go to bed. And it's the same day in, day out. The only day that's different is of a weekend when I get to go and see my mum and the kids and my grandchildren. So, what else do you do? I've asked people for ideas of what to talk about or what to write about. One of my friends said to discuss how it affects my children. Well, I have posted in my blog an email that Stacey, my eldest daughter, sent me as to how it made her feel when I attempted suicide. But as far as how my depression affects them now, I don't really know because I think they just have grown up with me being the way that I am, that it's just normal, whatever normal is to them. And it's hard at what some people would call such a young age, being so reliant on other people to do everything for you. Again, I'm just repeating day after day what happens. Um. So yeah, if anybody has any other ideas of what they'd like me to talk about, um, if you've been offered or thinking about CBT, then I strongly advise it. Even more so if you can do it via video link, because I find that being sat in my own house where I'm more comfortable, I can talk about anything to my now counsellor. She's a lovely lady. Um, I can have as many sessions as I want. I can stop it when I want. There's no set time limit to it. Um, I actually can't remember what the website is called that my daughter found this counselling service on. But if you can get it, then go for it. The difference between CBT and normal counselling is CBT deals with the here and now, cognitive behavioural therapy, I think it's called. Whereas normal counselling will go back into your past and any issues or things that happened to you when you were either a young child or a teenager or your early 20s, early 30s, whatever age you are. That's another thing that I don't like is when counsellors go into my past and then start talking about the fact that my mum and dad split up and divorced, because I don't want my problems being their problem. That the fact that their marriage broke down is the reason why I am. I'm me by being me. This is what I am. I'm a depressive person who has got this illness that is depression. And the more it's spoke about, the more it's talked about, the more it's looked into, then maybe the more people will understand what it's like and what it's about. Doctors nowadays give antidepressants out like sweets. When I was in my 20s and I went to the doctor saying I felt down, it was basically, well, have you got things going on at home? Have you got money worries? Is everything okay with your children? And once you answer all them questions, it's, well, just go away and deal with it. It's just life. Well, no, it's not life. Your life is what you make it. And at the minute, I can't make my life anything because I can't get out. And as I'm saying this to you, I'm thinking about my cousin who, like I said, goes through so much and never mourns. She gets out, but then she knows she's going to suffer. And I wish I had her strength to be able to get out like that. Um, I love her to bits for the strength that she shows and the determination she shows, not just dealing with one health issue, but multiple health issues, more than I'm dealing with. So, on that note, I would love to read your comments on anything that I've spoke about. I would love to know if there's anything in particular you would like me to either video blog or write about. I won't be offended by any questions. If you want to ask questions about my depression, about my health issues, about my suicide attempt, anything, I'll answer them as openly and as honestly as I can. So please leave your comments below, and I shall speak to y'all very soon. Take care. Bye.